Hello everybody, welcome back to PiPi PoPo podcast. I'm Sisi, and as usual, today I'm the only one today because Brian is not here, Tao is not here, but never mind. Today I invited my two best friends here. You can say he's the best friends. Meet Mr. Jerry and his son Jacob.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm Jerry.
I'm Jacob.
Mind introducing what you do?
Okay, yes. Okay, let me start.
Can.
First of all, thanks for having us here, Sisi.
It's my pleasure.
We're happy. My name is Jerry, and I'm an international PDR tech. PDR
so
tech.
what's PDR?
Yep, PDR. Good question. Paintless Dent Removal.
Paintless dent remover?
Yes.
But I thought every time when there's a dent, the paint will sure be destroyed in some way.
Okay, PDR is actually a new way of repairing dents on cars. Now, usually the conventional way, like in as in anywhere, if you get a dent, what do? Go to a paint shop.
Yeah.
And then the paint shop, or the market load, as they call it.
Oh, I call my brother. Then he will settle.
Okay. Or your father or your
Yeah.
brother. And then they'll bring it to a shop, and then they'll quote you, and then they say, okay, we'll paint this door, we'll cement it up, and then you come and collect your car 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
Now, PDR is actually a new method of repairing.
Okay.
So it's what do we do is we remove the dent without damaging the paint and without you needing to paint the door again. So it's how you say, actually we say new, but actually it's not new. Worldwide, it's been practiced for more than 20 over years.
Well, how long have you been in this business?
I started in 96. At that time, he wasn't even in this world yet.
I was.
You too,
Yeah.
yes. So I started in 96. I was trained in 95. I was trained in UK.
Whoa.
Because nobody was doing it here.
So Malaysia, do you say that in Malaysia will they have a lot of shops that are doing the same thing as you, or just?
Okay, now the reason why there are not many shops in Malaysia doing this is because over in the West, they have a lot of shops doing this because they have hail damage.
Oh, the hailstorm where it's raining ice and all those.
Exactly. Sometimes we do have it in Malaysia, but we have the ones that are very small. Okay, so now the ones that they have over in Europe, in Australia and all, the ice can be as big as a golf ball.
Yeah.
So imagine if you're driving out and then it's suddenly hail. So they cause a lot of damage on cars, even on house rooftops. So the damage on the cars is like you have your bonnet and your roof all pattered with ice. So you find that you have so many dents. So what do? They look at it and they say, oh, I need to paint my car.
Yeah.
But these people who are involved in the automotive industry, they have figured out a way to remove the dents without painting.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the hail, they have no sharp edges. So what they do is they just create dents on cars. So what we do is we undo the dents. They push out the dents back to its original form. It's just like 100%.
But how do you get in touch in this industry? Like, who's the one who tell you about it? Or
before that, I think I have to tell you how did I get involved in dent. Okay. Now, how I was working as a foreman, a mechanic. So this close family friend of mine, he buys cars from the UK, and he bring it over to Malaysia and he sells them. So what he do is, he usually have dents on the doors. People, like his car is parked here, my car is parked here, and this guy is so inconsiderate. He just opened the car door like that, bam. So what do? I look at him and I said, what? Then I go out and I see there's a dent.
Yeah.
Okay, so these kind of dents in UK, what my family friend does is he will ask a guy to repair the dent over there. So he keeps bringing in cars and he keeps repairing them. And then when he brings it over, the dents still happen because there are also inconsiderate people here who opens the car doors like that. I hope you're not one of them.
I'm not. Okay. But maybe you, okay?
So
maybe you can sit closer.
Okay. So what he did ask me, he said, why don't you go over there? You know, you learn this trade.
Oh, he's the one who called you to go overseas there and learn it from them and then come back here and do your own.
Yes, because there was no one doing that here. So what I did was I went over, I learned this trade, and I learned how to do car park dents. We call this car park dents because these dents usually occur when they are parked. So when people open the door, sometimes a trolley or, you know. So I went over there, took a few months crash course.
Is it hard?
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, because I was involved in a class where, like me and a few more Quailos, sorry, that term Quailos, Caucasian people. Yeah. So anyway, a few drop out. They don't have the patience, or they find it hard because it requires a lot of eye and hand coordination. It's a very skillful work.
So not much people can involve in this industry when they don't have those patience.
Yes,
can I say that?
You need to be good with your hands. You need to be good with your eyes and hand and eye coordination thing, like, you know.
So after you learn, you sure you pass it down to your son?
He's learning. Yes, he's quite good at it.
At that time, you say it was hard to learn. How about for you at this time? Oops.
It's not really really hard or easy. Of course, everyone has their own challenges.
Means you have a very good sifu to teach you.
It's not just the sifu, it's your own will and your passion, whether you want to learn it in a way. Because let's say for me, I find it, of course it's hard for the first few times, but the more I practice, then it will get easier. It's just like how they say, the more you practice, the better it gets in a way.
It's a bit harder for him because his trainer, his sifu is his father. So sometimes when I get mad, I can just shout at him, and then
Is it tough to be trained under your father?
It's sometimes there's good, there's bad. Like, there's more good, trust me. There's more good.
Okay. So I'm sure you're very proud of him right now.
Sometimes.
Okay, well let's not start any family feud here. Okay, so you went there and then you learned for a couple of years?
No, not really. A couple of months actually. Only a couple of months. I came back and then I started doing this. It was tough in the beginning, but you know, I kept on doing it. I persevered, and I remember those tough days when I had to go from used car to used car. I went there knocking on the doors, something like telling them, Mister, I can repair your car door, for.
So you just went door by door to ask this?
Yeah, like cold calling. So something like a salesman going
must
there.
Must be very tough.
Oh yeah. Because I had to make sure that I had enough business to sustain my own salary at least. But during that time, nobody heard of PDR.
Yeah, I think nowadays also very seldom people heard of PDR.
Yeah.
So not.
At least better now with social media. But during those time, no. So they're saying, they asked me, so what is it? What is PDR? And then I explained to them. Then they will say, okay, you give me a demo, and then I'll do a demo for them. And then after that, they'll ask me, okay, how much do you charge? Then I'll say the price. Then they say, nah, if we can do it much cheaper if we just paint the door. Because painting the door at that time was very cheap. And used car, they of course they do quantity repairs, so they get a very good price on painting. The difference is that because last time and now the car owners, they don't want to paint their car if they can.
Yeah.
They want to maintain the original paint.
So it's an advantage for you already nowadays.
Yes, definitely.
That's good. So, but who gave you this courage to start your own business? Because starting a business is not easy. So who gives you the courage to say, after you learn this, you want to come back to Malaysia and start this business?
Family friend of mine.
Oh, this family friend.
Yes. So he said, why don't you go over, learn this trade, come back, and that's how it started. He and a friend, they were my previous bosses, sort of. I had nothing to lose because they said, go over there, we'll sponsor you.
Whoa.
You learn, but what you need to take out is your time. because at that time I wasn't really young, but I was younger, much younger lah. So what I had was time. So I didn't have the money, but I had the time. And they said, okay, we have the money, we'll sponsor you, you learn. Then when you come back, you work for us.
Then those friends are really like your very
of course
best friends already right now.
Yes,
because they are the one who created your future like that, and then you become what you are now.
Exactly.
The professional paintless.
Yes.
Okay, so the biggest challenge is what you just mentioned, right? Because at first when you're starting a business, you have to door by door. Are there any other challenges like nowadays? What's your biggest challenges in doing this industry? One by one.
No.
Challenges right now? No, everything seems to have fallen in place. The challenge is of course to. In fact, I enjoy the work now. It's not as tough as last time.
How say it's not as tough as last time? You mean like?
Because last time I need to go from place to place to look for business. So now I have a shop in Puchong, and
their address will be in the description below.
And with social media, I can tell people what I do. Like what you're helping me now, like giving me the opportunity to explain what is PDR, and people come and people ask inquiries through the phone, so it's
that's
much
easier in marketing ways and all those. Okay,
Yep.
How about for the youngsters? For the new learners, what's the biggest challenge for you?
I think you would say more on the mindset. The mindset, because sometimes you feel like you want to give up when things are really tough in life, but then after your hand will say you don't want to give up, but your head says you want to give up all the time.
So it's like fighting with your head, and your heart there is fighting a bit.
I can understand that. I mean, I can understand what he's saying, because yes, it was so hard. The biggest challenge is not to give up.
But what keeps you going? What's the motivation? What's the motivation?
Good question.
Keeps you going?
At that time, I was like, my age was like 30, I think.
Oh, it's still.
So I have done so many. I wasn't good in studies, okay, but I have done so many kinds of work, and I was like telling myself, I need to be good at something. And these people who put their trust in me, so they send me over there. I cannot give up. There's no way I can give up.
So you have someone that you need to like repay them in some ways like that, because they trusted you to come here. So that's why you have this kind of motivation to continue. So
correct.
In the end, it works.
Yes,
it helps you.
yes.
But how about you?
For me, I would say it's more of my friends. Like if I do talk to them about my work, then they'll tell me, though life is not easy. You have to go on. Then I also remind myself that I have to go on also. If I don't do this job well, then what am I going to do with my life? Like I'm going to be a failure.
If he doesn't do well, he doesn't get paid.
Okay, that's true as well.
I'll take down notes. That car. Okay, I'll minus off.
What makes you like continue, like follow your father's footsteps in this? Because nowadays we all know youngsters are more avoid in this industry. They prefer like office works and then more comfortable aircon, all those works. But what makes you decided that you want to follow your father's footsteps?
Actually, it was a time when I actually worked in my dad's job for like part-time first. Then I was like, checking out, maybe not bad, this would be better than my diploma studies in the...
Your diploma is in?
In mass communication actually. In Inti Subang. So, to compare with my studies, I think this job is better because I'm better with hands also, and at least I get to learn something new, like the car interiors and the outside of the cars, getting to know what model it is, and identifying the car brands, like BMW, Mercedes.
So you're a car enthusiast yourself, right?
Not to say super, but at least to the point where I also will take good care of the car.
What's your reaction when your son say that he wants to do this?
Secretly,
are you concerned?
No, actually, secretly, I do want him to learn this trick.
Why is it secretly?
Because I told him, okay, go for your studies, do what you want, follow your own dream, But of course, secretly, I want him to follow my footsteps, but I can't say that to him. Because
you want him to have his own decision in life. That's why you just secretly like rooting come to my business
hoping
like that. But then everything works.
Yes, of course. We had some tactics also. I brought I brought him over to Australia.
Your strategy.
Yes, my strategy.
You guys actually went to Australia.
I have yes. I'm what do you call a international PDR hail tech. We are called hail technicians. So I have working
in
experience.
overseas you are called a queue technician, but
Yes.
oh,
So I have working experience in US, Australia, New Zealand.
whoa.
He has working
That's how
experience
you
in
buy
Australia.
his heart.
Yeah.
Because you went to a lot of places already.
But I brought him to Australia. So and then from there he worked in Australia as well.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Of course, I'm really happy. In fact, actually, that was one of the main reasons why I got inspired to go into my dad's job. And I met a lot of international and professional dent technicians from all around the world. Like, getting to know their culture, their work technique, and understanding their personality and behavior as well.
Oh, your tactic works already. Okay. So, how do you describe like the lifestyle in Australia and Malaysia here? Like overseas and here. How would you all describe it?
I think Australians are actually very fun people, because why? Because 5 days week, 5 days week.
Okay.
They know how to have fun. They usually
They work hard and play hard.
they are usually very easygoing. They always, whenever there's any conflict or what, they'll say, no dramas. So they don't really, how do you say, keep it in the heart.
There's no drama. There's no like politics and no drama. It's just what you see is what you get. This kind of way.
Yes.
Yeah, how about for you?
For me, I think the lifestyle in Australia is pretty fun in a way because aside from the work, you get to holiday in their place, exploring a new city. Like, wow, this is somewhere new that I've never been like that. And also like the culture wise, you get to know, this culture is not like Malaysian, in this way. And then you are feeling like maybe I could use this culture in Malaysia already. Or some of my Malaysian cultures, I could bring it to Australia as well. Like there's a mix of east and west like that.
Oh, that's lucky. So you can say that this is actually an upside of doing this industry as well, because you guys get to go to overseas and then do
meet different people,
have
make new
different
friends.
experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So well, that's not bad. Those people that is actually considering this industry can find him.
But the food is still the best in Malaysia.
Okay. Luckily he said this one.
Depending what food, depending what food.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Like Hokkien mee, wonton mee, like that.
Okay. So let's see here. What do you mind sharing your like worst customer experience? Do you have any like most unforgettable customer experience you guys have to share?
Awkward and interesting and weird, yes, but not worse lah.
What's the awkward one?
Awkward ones, yeah. Well, we do get a lot of phone inquiries.
Oh.
All right, and there's one that came in. And he showed me a dent on his car, and then I quoted him, okay, this is how much and how much, okay. And the funny thing is, he said, what, for this small dent, okay, like say for example, I said, okay, this is going to cost you 200 ringgit. Then he said, what, 200 ringgit? No, you're going to do it for me for 100 ringgit.
Whoa.
Half the price. Then I said, no, that's not how we operate. We look at the dent and we quote you according to that price. So imagine like Sisi, do you go to a shop, say for example, wonton mee shop, then you the wonton mee is selling for 8 ringgit. Do you tell her no, I think this noodle is worth 4 ringgit.
Of course, no.
No, you don't do that, right?
Yeah.
So but this customer, he gave me the price instead of me giving him the price. He's telling me what's the price I should be charging him.
I realize in automotive industry there's a lot of people negotiate price with mechanics, and then of course like those people that repair their cars, but then in food industry we don't usually do that.
Well, negotiation is okay, you can say, hey, can you do this cheaper or that, but no, this guy is demanding the price.
Then how do you do?
Well, I just told him, no, that's not how their mutual respect should be there, right? Whatever you do, I respect what you do. But whatever I do, you should respect what I do as well. So you don't come to my shop and tell me, what is the price that I should be charging. I think that's really not
how you do things.
Not the right way.
How about your unforgettable customer experience?
For me, I'm always with my dad most of the time, so I always observe and learn from those mistakes, and then I will learn how to encounter with it. So I would say I'm always with my dad.
So it's the same experience, customer experience based? Because I'm pretty sure you have your unforgettable and your dad have his own.
Not really, to be honest. Not really so far. and hopefully not.
Well, most of the customers, I can tell you, 99% are all, more than 99% are all nice people.
And because since you don't have like worst customers, right? How about your own experience? Do you have any like mistakes that you made, or
Mistakes,
or so far so good?
no lah, I won't say so far so good. Of course there are mistakes, but luckily there are times where my dad can back me up, or my colleague can also back me up, you know, for the mistakes that I create. But of course there are times if I know it's gonna be serious, I'm like, okay, Dad, something's going on, you know, I need your help, or I need your help, colleague, like that.
Usually, how will you deal with it when your son approach you like this?
No, not a problem at all, because whatever it is, as long as we are honest with the customers, like if you go to a shop, any car shop, if you're honest with them, and I mean, they can say a lot of stuff, but you're not stupid yourself. You will know whether whatever they're saying makes sense or not.
Yeah.
So you can choose to say, okay, no thank you, or let me think about it, those kind of things.
Oh, okay, understand. So far so good.
Yeah,
So,
everything's okay.
So I'm actually very curious, because you should have a perspective. You should have different perspective in this industry before you join and then after you join.
Yeah.
So mind sharing before you join this industry, what do you think your father's work is about?
Okay, so before joining, right, so I thought it's like just a shop, then you know, cars coming in and taking those, okay, push the dent, that's it, we earn money like that.
It's just like simple like this, doesn't need much work.
Yeah, you know, it's just the surface of looking at it like, okay lah, you know, take the toe, push it,
and then
that's
push
it.
out those
Like, normal, like some kind of like magat, but in a different way.
in a
like
different
that.
and more longer time.
Longer
needed.
time, you know.
Yeah. Then after you join,
Oh, after I joined,
you have a whole new perspective.
Oh, it is really a new perspective, everyone. I swear to you, it's so different. Like, you know, like the tools that we have, there's not just one tool, you know, there's more than one tool.
Yeah.
Like one set of it has like maybe 10 to 20, then another one also has 10 to 20 like that.
Yeah, and it keeps evolving. The tools, you know, they will come up. There's actually overseas they have this R&D on how to make new tools, on how to make better repairs.
Oh, make it yourself, this kind?
No, they have companies that makes it, and then they mass produce it, and then they sell it to all these PR technicians.
Actually, like few days ago, I actually went through YouTube to see how it actually works in PDR, and then I realized it took a lot of patience to make that dent perfect again.
Yes.
Yeah, but then there's like a lot of tools needed as well, like those different kind. I heard is a whale tail something.
Exactly.
I'm not lying to you. I really got
Correct.
those.
You did your homework. You know, I got into trouble with that whale tail thing.
Why?
Because when I went to the US to work, so I didn't know. I brought my tools along. So they say, list down what are your tools, and I put there whale tail. And then you know what happened? The custom over in US, they saw whale tail and they raised a red flag. They thought I was actually transporting whale tail.
A real whale tail.
Yes, the real tail from a whale from the seas.
They actually call you.
They say they want an explanation from me. So I had to go to the custom to explain this. This is actually a tool, which is nicknamed whale tail.
How is their reaction when they find out it's a really
Well, next time be more careful. They say be more specific. Yeah.
But that tool is called whale tail. You're already very specific on the tool.
No, actually they're
Wow.
right, but you know they are protecting. You know, it's
Yeah.
good that they have this kind of attention to details.
Wow,
like-
that is a very unforgettable experience you have
Yes.
there.
My tools was withheld by them for 2 days.
Whoa.
So I was like inquiring, and then finally they called and said, "This is the problem. You're writing here whale tail."
Wow.
First time hearing actually.
Yeah. Oh, that is very
Yes.
like nerve-wracking to be called by authorities like that.
Yes, I thought it was something wrong with my, you know.
Okay, so in this, like, if people want to do your job, right, what's the biggest requirement of like attitudes towards this job? Do you expect? Like, first one that I see is actually patience. What else? What else is it?
Okay, my advice is don't do it.
Huh?
Let me do it.
Oh, okay.
Pay me the money and I'll do it for you.
Okay, but
Coming to that, really,
Yeah.
a lot of people actually try to do it themselves.
because I saw YouTube, they actually teach you, like, because YouTube, they make it looks easy in some way. Because that's why I saw it's just really putting a tool inside and then just doing their magic, all those.
Right.
But then people will seem like they do it yourself. But what would you recommend?
Well, we do have a lot of those customers, right?
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
customers,
really?
nah, they buy this DIY, do it yourself, this thing which is online, which doesn't cost much. And then they just put it on the car because they have videos accompanying these tools. And then you look at the video and wow, it's so easy.
Yeah,
you know?
it looks easy.
Yeah.
It looks really easy.
Yeah.
So, from time to time we have these customers coming and then say, hey, have a look, I did this with the DIY and then it doesn't turn out the way that the video showed. So what do? Some of it,
We will just reject it, or we'll maybe we might correct it if we could fix it.
yeah, because they have tampered with the whole thing. They have messed up with the
So
metal.
if people do it themselves, it will make things more worse than it actually is.
Most
Yeah.
But
times,
how
yes.
so? Because if they do it themselves, it just make the dent like out of shape a bit.
Yes, because
And it's harder.
dents are supposed to be taken out as close as possible to the original state. Now with DIY stuff, DIY is only for amateurs. They are not professionals. Even if you give the DIY stuff to me, I'll just put it in the bin.
Oh, you have your own professional tools.
Exactly,
Yeah.
definitely, and they are not cheap. The tools, so we have to be trained to use them. DIY stuff is of course for DIY people. You do plumbing at home. I do that myself.
Oh.
But if I want a professional hacking and everything, of course I have to get a plumber.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So don't do it at home. Don't try this
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah,
If
don't.
you have a dent, find them. But then at Facebook I saw this. I don't know if it works or it doesn't work.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of 5-minute craft?
No, I have not. What is it
because
about?
They teach like DIY to teach like simple stuff like life hacks like that.
Ah.
And then if they have a dent, they usually will take like hot glue sticks and then they just press it to the door and then they just pull it up. So that actually works. This is what I really wanted to ask for a very long time.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Trust me, it doesn't work.
Last
But
time we met.
Those guys are gonna hate me for it. The producers of those five.
Never mind. Their videos are sometimes famous for something that doesn't work. Okay, but since last time you mentioned to me, you guys actually have a special kind of glue, right?
Right.
Yeah,
We
so-
it's called PdR Glue.
Okay.
It's a
Very direct name.
Yes, they actually mass produce it and pack it in the PdR Glue kind of thing. They actually have glues for winter, for summer.
Just
Yeah,
okay,
so
just
it's not that because over in Europe or in America, Australia, they use glue according to the season. If in winter you use summer glue, so what happens is you will find a lot of crystals forming. So you'll take a longer time. So you need to use the correct glue. Like for us here, obviously I use summer glue all year round because it's hot all year round.
So for those that's watching, don't follow already. Hot
Yeah.
glue gun sticks doesn't work.
Okay. One more thing I have to explain to you. Glue is actually we have tools and we use glue. Now, why is it that some people might ask, why don't you use glue all the time? Okay. Most of the times we can produce a good result using tools. The best way is to use tools. But glue is only used when we have no access to get behind the dent. So like peelers.
Yeah.
There's no access. So what we do is we use the glue. The glue to stick out the dent.
So it's depending on the dent. If some dents you can use glue, but some dents you need to use your wheel tail and all those other stuff.
Yes, correct. You catch on very fast. Make sure she's not around when we fix cars because
Yeah. She
I
might
won't do this.
she might steal our
I cannot-
technique one day.
It's okay. The highest possibility is I work for you. That's all. I cannot do this. Okay. So hold on. I have to ask that. So during this industry, there's bound to have like people looking down. Bound to happen this kind of thing. So for you, do you have like receive any negative feedbacks or any comments about what you're doing now?
Oh no, not really actually.
Oh.
They actually feel amazed about it. They were like, oh, what's this? Like, is this something like panel beater? I said, it's similar to panel beater, but it's not panel beater in a way that we use our own techniques. Like, aside from the tools, there's also certain positions how you do push out the dents. And also, it's not like, you could just hit the car real hard.
Yeah.
You have to really gently push the car dent to make it smooth, to make it look really good or
Yeah.
perfect.
One thing we do have to stress is that the dents that we do are really very small.
Not those major dents.
Not those major dents, not those collision dents. So sometimes that's why we specify we repair small minor dents. Let me give you an idea. Like those people open the car door, those kind of dents. Your paint is not damaged. But yes, we can push it up.
Just curious, is it the smaller the dent, the harder it is to fix, or
No.
how so?
I always ask my those inquiries. I always ask them, can you get me a photo or can you get me a video? So the reason why I ask is because sometimes they have collision dents.
Yeah. And then
so
they think that it's the same as what you do.
exactly, and then they come all the way, and then I feel bad because they come all the way, and then
Yeah.
I tell them that I can't. No, this is not what I do. So I always ask for videos or photos. Okay, and dents are how do I code them is on the difficulty level. Some small dents and some big dents. I can do the big dents, but I can't do the small dents. So there are not all kinds of dents I can do. We have to look at the location, and the charges are based on the location, the size, and the number of dents.
How do you say, like, which kind of car model is the hardest to fix? Or do you have a specific car model, or?
We fix all kinds of dents on all cars. We fix from the Axia, from to the mid-range to the most expensive. We have even fixed Rolls-Royce, Lamborghinis, Porsches, and we also fix national cars. Let me give you an example. There was one time a Lambo and a Porsche was in my workshop. So, and then I have another customer who came in with a national car. He did not come in, he parked outside.
Why?
But he made an appointment and he called me, and then I looked at him. I said, come over. He said, but I don't think you're repairing cars like mine, right? I said, no. Those are just cars. Yours is a car, so you are as much my customer as much as they are.
So you treat every car as the same level, same respect.
Yes, exactly. Because we look at the dents, we don't look at the logos. Sometimes I have customers asking me, my car is an expensive car. Do you charge me more expensive? No, we don't do that.
You just depending on the dent, like fair and square, everyone's
because
same
we are the
price.
dent people. We look at the dents.
Okay, that's an easy way to put it. You're the dent people.
Yes.
Okay, so you've been in this industry for almost approximately.
Like I started in 95, 96.
How many
So,
years is that? My
so I'm
maths
not
failed.
very good at maths. So
I'm not very good at maths. Your
26,
turn.
25,
26.
How about you?
For me, I think it's a year plus actually. A year
Actually,
plus.
more than that, you were doing part time.
But part time doesn't really count, to be honest. So full time, I would say, is really a year plus.
Are you looking forward to continue this business?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So what's your dream?
Oh, my dream is to become an international and professional dent technicians, like how I met the international dent technicians from Australia. And
In the future, will you like think of incorporating your mass comm skills, because since you diploma in it, will you think of?
Probably he'll be too busy doing hail. But they do travel a lot. They will travel, to where the hail hits. Like right now, I have a good friend. Excuse me. I have a good friend in Australia, Michael. He was the one that brought me to Australia. So he has a big dent company over there. So he gave me the chance to. It's actually different, how they repair dents and how we repair dents. We fix car park dents. Over there, a different set of tools is required. A different set of skills are required. There, the insurance company actually covers their cars from hail. So he brought me over and he taught me, he and his company are very good people. They taught me how to fix hail dents. So it's completely different. How we fix car park dents, hail dents.
The dents may look the same, but it's all different kind of dents.
Very different.
Then it's not easy.
No.
They may look easy, but it's not easy. Okay, so since you have a lot of experience in all those, hold on, sorry. So he has his own dream. So are you still planning on something big in the future?
Planning on something big? Not really.
You're going to pass.
I've passed that stage where I've been working really hard, So right now I'm taking it easy. I'm enjoying it. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy meeting you. You give me a chance to come and talk about my work. So cars that comes in, the car owners are sad, and then when they go out with a smiley face. I enjoy that. No, it's very rewarding.
Very
fulfilling. Yes.
Okay, so if I can turn back time, What's the one thing you wish to know before you start your career?
If you
I
can
give
turn
you
back
time to think.
Wow.
If I can turn back time,
If you
what's
can,
the one thing that you wish that you know it before you start this career? Or is everything just goes as planned throughout your journey?
I think everything happens for a reason. So even when you are met with failures, or you are supposed to be in this field, or if you are not carrying, if something is not right, you go to another trade, everything will work out fine, as long as you persevere, I think.
Okay, how about you? Since how you entered this industry is all his strategy. So what's the one thing you wish to know before you started this career?
Wow, it's a pretty
Deep pressure.
no, not really pressure, but I don't know. Like what my dad says, everything falls into place. But maybe if I was younger to get more exposure about it, then maybe I'll be like extra experience in a way. But everything happens for a reason. And
I
that's
wanted
good.
him to say yes from his own, because I didn't want him to come in just because I asked him to come in. So
You want him to decide as well.
yes, that's why I encourage him to finish his studies.
What's your perspective in like nowadays youngsters' perspective towards the automotive part? Like, what's the difference between your olden days and then now this currently? Is there any attitude changes or
Youngsters nowadays seems to know more.
no
They are more knowledgeable, but some of them thinks that they.
You can say because previously a lot of people say before already. You can just say.
But now now with Google and everything, so of course I think it doesn't hurt to be more polite in asking. But there are quite a few brash ones who think that they know more than the
Experience.
professional people. Yes.
Yeah. So would you rather hire someone that is highly experienced but then their attitude is so-so, or would you rather hire someone with good attitude but less experience?
That is a very good question. Would you hire a worker because of their skills or because of their attitude? I mean, both just came out from uni.
From our side, we look more towards the attitudes.
Exactly. I think every industry would pick on that. With the right attitude comes the right work mindset. Yeah.
I understand.
If this person, let's say this woman or this man is really skillful, but I'm gonna have trouble trying to
a headache trying to tell
yes,
him
every
what to
day,
do.
doing things the wrong way.
Oh,
Nah.
Then how about you? If next time you're the boss,
What,
so what
next?
kind of people will you hire?
For me, I would say is as long as you have a positive mindset and the kind who doesn't give up, and most importantly, you know what's the meaning of respect. That's the most important thing in every work. I mean, like
Okay.
that's what my dad taught me. Respect is earned, not given.
I can see that he's very proud of his son right now.
He's my buddy.
Oh,
He's not only my son, he's my best pal.
wow, that's good. I'm jealous. Okay. Okay. So you started all this. If let's say someone give you a very negative feedback, how will you deal with it?
Yes.
How do you usually deal with this kind of negative judgments and feedbacks?
As in every business, you look at the reviews. Of course, you can't get 100% likes. Obviously, there would be one or two small number of haters as well.
Yeah.
So the way we tackle it is we will respond to every feedback.
Yeah, I saw that you even share that some customer bought you bread, right?
Oh.
Different kind of bread.
Our customers are very nice. Bread, Kentucky, what other foods?
There was one food I forgot. I think these two. Oh wait, recently that one of the was this like oden packet? I forgot.
Yes,
Yeah.
the steamboat kind of thing.
Yeah,
Steamboat.
so your customers are very nice.
Yes, very, most of them. But we will respond even if the feedback is negative. There is one or two, but we will always respond and we'll ask for clarification. Because like in the US, they treat reviews very importantly.
Oh,
They would actually ask, why did you give me if let's say they get a 1 star or a negative review,
They will PM and then
they will
ask.
say, they would publicly, just like me, I would do the same. Can you furnish me with what you're not happy with? And then
Then you
because
settle it.
I believe I should have the chance to explain myself as well. Because in the US, it involves their rating. If you get a bad review, you are actually affecting people's livelihood. So if you want to give a bad review, please furnish and see if it's logical or not, and give a chance for the other party to explain their side of the story. Like sometimes I look at the restaurants' reviews, you know.
So your comments are all like transparent. Everyone can
Very
see whatever.
transparent. Yes.
That's
I
good.
deal with it like they say, head on. I respect your feedback, but at the same time, do listen to my side of the story as well.
So you will listen to their side and then let other people see your side of the story as well. So there's like truth and fair inside it.
Exactly.
Everything. So because nowadays, business will get affected by even one bad review, right? Would you agree with that or?
People would, I think like reviews, we will look at it. For sure, we will see one or two, but the majority, it's always the majority that's right. It's
So-
just like I tell them, if you live in a house, if everybody doesn't like you, that means there's something wrong with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay? But if everybody likes you, but only one person doesn't like you, then maybe.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So, what would you do to help this business grow? Because nowadays we are like moving more towards technology, like advanced technology part. So, will you plan on like a different marketing strategy?
I would say it's more of a self-promoting ourselves, like, you know, showing people our values. Not to say purposely, but there are times or two you feel like maybe you could show people what kind of dents we could fix first, and then do a bit of self-recording videos saying like, I'm doing this car and what kind of difficulty I'm facing right now. Of course, we have to show like, okay, this is the end result and how is it like, and we have to choose our own, like what kind of video we want to do first. Like, okay, I'm going to do on a Toyota today with maybe a really small dent and roughly how long it will take like that. I would say that's my opinion on the marketing.
Currently, who is the one who manage the social media part? Is it?
Oh, one of my friends, one of my badminton friends actually.
Oh, badminton friends.
Badminton
Wow.
friends, yeah, I love badminton. So he just suggested to me, why don't we go into social media? You're doing this. In fact, actually, my website was also done by one of my customers.
Whoa.
So he was saying during that time, at the start of internet, he's saying you should be having a website. I said, should I? You know, I wasn't really thinking, you know, the need. But he said, no, you should. Okay, so luckily.
Because nowadays, like cars also are getting more advanced in technologies. Is it?
Yes.
Does this affect your job as well?
Yes, it does.
But
Cars.
how so? Because since your job involves parts, that is outer layer.
Well, I'll give you an example, like Tesla, electric cars.
Yeah.
Right? They are actually, if you don't have the certification, you're not qualified, you're not supposed to tamper with that car. So Tesla has a very strict guideline. Okay, it's electric car. It's different from other cars. So they say unless you know the qualification of how to operate on or how to work on an electric car, then yes, you are safe. If you don't, they are afraid that you might touch some electrical parts where you'll end up not only paying or paying back the damage that you have done, but you can actually electrocute yourself to death.
Oh, okay. That's serious. Okay,
Yes.
I didn't realize you go this deep. Okay.
Yeah.
So, because things changes, how do you expose yourself in this kind of adapt to these kind of changes where you get the knowledge of, let's say, Tesla cars?
You have to
parts,
go
all
for
those?
courses. They have courses
So
available.
you guys are continuously going for courses as well.
We actually wanted to go to this expo in they have these PDR expos where they sell tools, they introduce courses, they have all these things, everything related to PDR. But we, as you know, COVID-19 hit, so everything was cancelled. We had to cancel our trip as well.
So it's this industry is a continuously learning process.
Yes, continuous.
Oh, then it's not as easy as everyone looks.
No, it's
okay.
quite international,
Okay. So, what's your advice that you will give to our viewers right here?
Advice,
If they wanted to try this industry, of course.
if they want to try, just as like in any other industry, if you want, do your homework, be very sure if you want to go into it, and then the rest is up to you.
How about you? To the youngsters that think that automotive industry is dirty, hard, like all those stereotypes, what would you like to clarify as a youngster yourself?
Honestly, I would just tell everyone that if you think it's a job, just go for it. Don't say, oh, it's hard, it's dirty, or it's tough. It's a decent living after all. So go for it, and you might learn a new skill, you know, that nobody can take over it. It's not like a normal admin work where, let's say if you resign and someone replaces you, whereas for these technicians, if you were to learn and someone were to say, I want to take back the skills, they can't take it back, you know, you already own that skill. Whereas admin work, they can always replace you as and when you like.
That's true. Person is a very good speaker.
Admin people is not going to like him.
No, I'm being serious, really. I'm being serious.
It's okay. It's all honest opinions here. Different people got different opinions. Okay. Okay. So, what would you like to say to viewers? Like all those is there any kind of misunderstood you guys often receive? Like people will misunderstood your job is easy and all those. Do you guys have anything to clarify this?
Not really, but okay. We always answer whatever inquiries we get. Let's not say they are dumb questions. There are no dumb questions. Okay, we can always explain. Most of our customers, like I say, are nice people. Of course, once in a while you find these people like, how much? You know, straight away. So of course, being in the business, of course, we have to reply nicely. But don't worry. We do explain on our website that we do very small minor dents. Sometimes it's not applicable to all dents. Sometimes it's better to have it respray. Whatever it is, feel free to drop a line, inquire. We actually did do a lot of dents on car manufacturers, new dents. So we have been helping these car manufacturers. So some people will say, "Hey, new car, you know, not even on the road. How do they get dents?" Well, this is what we call secondary dents, secondary defects. When they come out from the plant, it's like straight from the oven, very freshly baked, very nice, everything nice. But the cars need to be parked in a place before they are sent to the showroom. Now that's where the dents happen, because they need to park the cars real close, and then sometimes when they open and close.
I always thought that showroom cars are very safe because people will protect them. I didn't realize that they will get more dents from that.
And you know, of course, they can't afford to paint a new car, so that's where we come in handy. So we've been doing a lot for these manufacturers for quite some time. There was a few actually. We did for quite a few models. But after that, our contract ended. We came out and set up our own shop.
Do you guys encourage like people to start joining in your industry?
No.
Okay. I always keep. Okay. So
you want me to be frank or you want me to be nice?
It's okay. I will accept that answer. Okay.
No, the pie is big now.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything that you like to say to the viewers?
No, not really. I do hope I explain myself well. But
it's very interesting to be in now.
If there anything that's not that you still, if the viewers still have any questions, just feel free to drop a line or inquire.
Stay tuned to our website. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel as we were going to get to have a deep insights on what they are doing in the future on a special episode. So don't worry if you want to know more about them. There's more for them. Okay. So how about you? Do you have anything to say?
Do like and share Dent Repairs Malaysia's Facebook page.
Okay, their Facebook page and descriptions all in below. You guys can visit them or give them a call, but then don't call them in the midnight.
Yes.
Okay, so
I do get that.
Oh, you do get that?
Yeah. I get inquiries asking me, can you fix this in the middle of the night?
Okay, don't do that. People need to rest sometimes. Okay, so what's your opening hours? Remind telling the audience.
Yes, we do have very short working hours. Monday to Friday is 10 to 4. Saturdays is only 9 to 1.
9 to 1. Okay, so they can walk in as well, right?
Yes, you can walk in.
Appointment based and walk in, also okay.
Appointment is preferred, but we do accept walk in as well.
Okay, so those who have dent in your car right now, don't hesitate, find them. Not me, them. I don't have a wheelchair or anything, find them. Okay, so I guess that's all for today.
Sisi, thank you very much for
Thank
having
you so
us.
much, Sisi.
Thank you. So thank you for listening to us. If you like
if
you like all of this, do like and share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions about dents at all, you can comment as well below. We will ask them for you. Or you can ask yourself since their content is below as well. So thanks and bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.